Remember when everybody thought Lanterns was cooked based off of the first teaser trailer? Well, the reviews for it just dropped and they're all extremely positive, and we are back, baby! We are fucking back! We're back! Classic! And personally, I'm not one to base my opinion off of critic reviews alone, and you shouldn't either because most of the time they are kind of dumb. However, Lanterns is getting glazed by literally everybody. It's sitting at a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, it scored a 72 on Metacritic, and even IGN gave it an 8 out of 10. So all I gotta say is that those apologies better be as loud as the disrespect was, because certain people were talking crazy after those first looks. All the noise about the lack of green and the grounded setting, which to me was so silly, because what people do not understand is that the Green Lantern PR is in the dirt. It's cooked, it's fried. Ant-Man has had more motion theatrically. Ant-Man. The 2011 film was so bad that we had to wait 15 years until the next live-action Green Lantern project. But in order to get the masses invested into the Green Lantern core mythology again, you need to reel them back in with quality projects. And this isn't even me saying that an ambitious space adventure can be good, but it's an expensive big swing. Unlike this show, which will literally be enticing and accessible to everybody, comic book fan or not, with their True Detective inspiration, plus hiring somebody who actually worked on True Detective. But whatever, because this show is going to take home numerous Emmys, mark my word, because the gun has been reloaded. And quite honestly, I just don't even understand why some people thought that showrunners Damon Lindelof and Chris Mundy would make a bad television show to begin with. These two dudes have like 18 Emmy nominations combined by working on shows like Watchmen, Ozark, and Lost. This show also has a great group of 4 directors, an Oscar-nominated cinematographer, an Emmy-nominated editor, and a Grammy-winning composer. And even ignoring that stacked crew, this is an HBO original series with a primetime Sunday slot. This was like the most obvious going to be a good show ever made. And anybody who blames James Gunn for the way Supergirl turned out, because even I think there's a level of responsibility that falls on his shoulders for that, need to be the first to give him his flowers if Lanterns is amazing, because you do not get to pick and choose when his title as co-CEO is responsible for the way a project turns out. And I don't even think he's doing a perfect job thus far. I would personally grade his DCU so far at a B-, because for example, in hindsight, Craig Gillespie was an awful choice for Supergirl, because not only did he not like the comic he was adapting, but yeah, I just don't want to see this guy a part of a DC movie ever again. Point is, you also got to tip your hat to Gunn for hiring this crew if Lanterns is in fact amazing. And it's sounding like it is, with the most common praise throughout all these reviews being the main actors themselves, Kyle Chandler and Aaron Pierre, which is just no shock. Their chemistry and what we've seen so far looks so chaotic and funny.
How come it is every time you say sir, it sounds more and more like fuck you?
I have no idea, sir.
Like, if you told me they'd cast a 6-year-old for Hal Jordan, unless they do Parallax, I'd say you're crazy, but Kyle Chandler is just so funny to the point where I don't even mind it, and I'm so hyped to see how the series sets up John for his role in Man of Tomorrow next summer, because the sky's the limit with what Aaron Pierre can do with this character. And overall, the show just sounds like something completely fresh compared to the first 4 DCU projects so far, which is amazing, because this is what James Gunn promised us when he first took charge, saying that every project would feel and look different. The first 3 installments were obviously written and directed by him, and Supergirl was a spinoff of Superman, so Lanterns is truly the first project in this universe with a fresh tone and made by different creatives altogether. However, out of curiosity, I wanted to see what the negative reviews had to say. And yeah, I don't even know what these reviews even mean. It just seems like a bunch of word salads to me.
What?
Like this one critic right here didn't like Lanterns but loved Rebel Moon. Guys, the jokes just write themselves. This other critic here who also disliked Lanterns dropped a positive review on Rise of Skywalker. I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, don't get me wrong, but if these are the critics disliking Lanterns, then I'm fairly confident that this show is going to be amazing. Lanterns is just what the DCU needed to get back on track after Supergirl tanked at the box office. And they're already writing season 2, so these next 8 weeks are going to be an absolute banger watching this mystery unfold. And then 3 weeks after the finale, we have Clayface. So DC fans, we are absolutely feasting. These reviews have me so stoked, and I cannot wait for tonight. But with that being said, make sure you're following me on my Twitter account, because that's where I'm going to be immediately reacting to all the episodes with a video on YouTube just a day after. But with that being said, let me know in the comments down below how excited you guys are for tonight.